you know, there's been team members that have said that they got over 190x by following the bot. And you can see the project that the bot was picking, and he picked this project as well because of the bot, and it did 190x for him. The bot underperforms in a bear market and overperforms in a bull market. So that's the way you should think about it. It is an altcoin strategy. This bot is about altcoins. We're going to have analytics that will be launching pretty soon, showing, you know, like how the bot is performing. Project Finder, this is something that takes you directly to research about specific properties of a project. So you pick some project that you're interested in, and it basically provides you the specific details about the project. So you can find out what exists about any specific property of the project. You know, we cover things like whether the team's public, how many team members there are, how many PhDs, etc. This is, you know, just stuff for your personal analysis for reaching a quick conclusion, the inflation, etc. Go to our view diagram. You can find it up here on the right. Project diagrams, or you can even go to the project of your interest and just go straight to the diagram. And what this does is this allows you to see instantly the health of a project based on color coding. So any particular characteristic of a project, depending on what that particular characteristic is, will shift the probability curve of the project to the right or left. What does that mean? Basically, green means that that particular characteristic contributed to making it perform better. If it's yellow, it didn't really do anything bad or positive. And if it's red, then it hurt the project in terms of performance. Like right here, you can see a red one in the video, whereas yellow is neutral and green is positive. So you can get an idea quickly of what is the strengths of a project, what are the weaknesses, what are the neutral things. This is for research. It just makes it super fast to get an idea of what a project looks like. So you can see something like this with Ethereum. You can see that Ethereum has a lot of strengths because it's, you know, it's a strong project. And this is something backed by math. This isn't my opinion. This isn't our team's opinion. This is just math. This in the background. So these characteristics showed up green because they correlate with a characteristic of a winning project. So you see something like this has a lot of green. So, you know, it has strong elements, so it's likely to do well. That's our diagrams. Then you can come to the project reports. This is, you know, something on this can be neutral or whatever. It puts all the projects in relation to each other based on how strong they are. And it uses several different methods or models. Right here, you can choose which model or method you're going to use, and you can rank them based on the strength of the score. Higher scores mean that that model is saying that it's going to do better. So this characteristic is not live yet, but this will be live on the website soon. But with these different models here at the top, they're displayed right here, and you will see that on our website to see how the different models have performed over time. And you can see right here we have an outperformer, which is random forest. So that means right now, if you would have followed random forest and put things ranked on that, and if you had followed it over the past month, you can see that random forest, if you would have followed it, you would have got a 500 or, you know, over a 400% return over the past 40 days if you would have just followed this random forest method. The reason why we're doing this is we have several different methods, and it's also, we're making it public, so we're not hiding anything. It's right here to display it. It'll be on the front of the website showing you how our bot has performed. It typically overperforms in a bull market, underperforms in a bear market. This blue line here is the average of the altcoins, so anything above that has been beating the average, anything below it has been underperforming it. This is how you can reflect on the consultation of the bot, and you can look at the different methods and see which one, you know, you can weigh how its score looks. Now remember, you want to treat it as a consultant. You don't want to just follow it blindly. Even though following random forest blindly would have been done extremely well, you still don't want to do that. You want to be able to say, okay, so this is what the bot's recommending. I'll do my research. You can look at the diagrams, and then you can do your own research. That's the whole point of it. It just helps one of the areas of research. This will be up on the website. Now in the back end, for us personally, what we're going to do is we're going to build a copy of everything that we just built. This was just completed. As you can see, we just got this live, so it doesn't even have that much data inside of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to copy everything over, and we're going to work on different models of you know, our models, and we're going to add variations to it in terms of what we do on the back end to see if we can shift all of these returns up. Our goal is going to be to, you know, we're going to work on the weakest ones and try to shift everything up over time, and we're going to constantly be making. Now that's a long-term thing. This is not going to happen overnight because we need data to back up the decisions we make. So we're going to copy everything, put it on the side, and then we're going to have an iterative process where we shift everything up in terms of probability. So this is why we're going to be messing with the models all the time. Now that's going to go live later. That's the ranking, and that's how to understand this. This literally says everything in terms of strongest to weakest, in terms of how it ranks things. And this is based on ATP, which is, our oldest and classic model. And finally, one of the most powerful things that we have is our Launchpad. This is where I talked about earlier how we get you access to very high value partnerships. These are projects before they hit the market. And the reason we can get these opportunities is because we partner with every single one of these. And this will be filling up. We even have one that's connected with very high level individuals right under the president. And, that we're getting a very low market cap. And we form partnerships with these projects. We do our KOLs. We do, networking on their behalf. We do, backgrounds into all these projects. So these are highly probabilistic projects to do extremely well. So this in and of itself, even if we had none of the other tools, this right here would be worth it to become part of our community as well. And you also get access to our community where you talk with other high successful people, other millionaires in the cryptocurrency space who have done extremely well in the space. So you get all of these things when you join the Intrepid community. Relatively easy to do. You do have to be familiar with how crypto works, but in the future, we will have a one-click solution. But that's not available yet. And that'll be something we work on next year. For now, you have to be a crypto native to really understand these things. You have to know how to use the Ethereum network. You have to understand how to use the Binance network or the Arbitrum network and be able to move funds between these different EVMs in order to get access to this particular branch of what we do. Use the token to access our service as well. If you're not interested in any of that, you can just join our Patreon and you'll get access to all this as well. Just through Patreon. That's just $50 a month and you'll get access to everything as well. And you'll see all of our Patreon posts, pledges, the projects that we have, etc. And in addition to all that, if you don't see your project in our research, you can go to our project queue and put a project request. And we have projects that are pending. It takes our time for our team of experts to review these, but basically we add it to the bot and then it gets uploaded into the system. It does take time for these things to upload, even after we did the review, because it takes time for the data to proliferate all of the systems, because it's just based on research periods, etc., for how the bot calculates their probability of being successful. So that's why that takes time. We're trying to predict legitimate business models over the long run. So that's why we don't add meme coins. This is all fundamentals approach. This is a fundamental approach when it comes to the bot. So we're not really for meme coins. We're for fundamental approach. This is a fundamental approach strategy. It's a mathematics-backed approach for legitimate business models with cash flow. Also, this is actually what the bot looks like. This is the diagram. So it shows you what's working on the back end of our project. Like this is all code. So that gives you an idea of how much work has been put into the bot and its prediction abilities. What I showed you earlier with the bot performance, a lot of projects don't have anything built. This is actually a real working prediction bot. When you join the Discord, keep in mind that all of these things will be invisible. All these things. Once you get the token, you verify it, and then you can see access to certain things. So it's going to look like not a lot going on when you join, unless you sign in with your token, and then you see access to all of our discussions, etc., as well as the very important seed round information, which is this is like the biggest opportunity right here is the seed rounds. This is our partners. These are many of the projects we invested in did 20x already in the cycle, and it hasn't even been that much of a bull market. So this is where I believe the biggest opportunity is the seed rounds. And the Intrepid token is extremely bullish in of itself because we get tokens on our balance sheet. We have things on the balance sheet that will be favoring the performance of the token. We have many projects that have already 10x or more, and we use that to buy and burn the token. So the token model of the Intrepid token is a very bullish model. We buy and burn the Intrepid token. Its governance rights over the community, and it's entitled to the portfolio. Even if you don't participate in anything we're doing, you just buy the Intrepid token, you're going to see the performance of our strategy through the Intrepid token over time. So it's like you're investing in the strategy that we're doing. Even if you don't want to be involved, you can just buy the Intrepid token, and it's based on our strategy and performance. So if we do extremely well, the Intrepid token should do extremely well. And then if you want to give any more extra time, the bot is icing on the cake. But these are all fundamentals. These are all real cash flows models. These are all projects based on that approach. You want to do memes? We like the meme game, and you can talk about that in the community. That's just meme game. And some of our memes, like people that have picked memes, have done 20x in like the last month. I've seen some of the memes get called. I personally don't do a lot of them. I dipped in the memes, but this is everything that we do as far as services is fundamental projects.